Hello, my dear students. How are you doing today? Today's topic is going to be the frequency adverbs. I usually teach 5 frequency adverbs in my classes, but in some books we have 6 or 7 or 8 or even more. Today we are going to stick to 5 or 6 of them. The frequency adverbs are always. Always means siempre. Number 2 is usually. Usually means usualmente. Sometimes. Number 3 is sometimes. Sometimes means algunas veces. In number 4 we have rarely. Rarely or seldom. Rarely or seldom mean rara vez, raramente. And number 5 is going to be never or never. My students love it when I do this in the classroom. I said never. Never or never. Nunca. The most natural, the most common position of the frequency adverbs is going to be between the subject and the main verb. This is when we are starting out, this is the position we should respect. We're gonna place the frequency adverb between the subject and the main verb, as in the example, I always eat breakfast. I always eat breakfast. In this case, the subject is I, the main verb is eat, and we are placing the frequency adverb between those two. I always eat. That's the number 1 position. The other possibility, which is also correct, is between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. The auxiliary verb and the main verb, as in the example, I will always love you. I will always love you. If you pay attention, you can see that in this case we have the verb auxiliary will, then always, and then the main verb love. I will always love you. This is the other natural position between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. Another example of this situation is I have never seen such a beauty before. I have never seen such a beauty before. In this case, we have the main auxiliary, the auxiliary verb have, seen, and then the main verb never. Though these are the 2 most common cases. Now, in some situations, the frequency adverb can be moved around. Yeah, it is possible, but not always. Not all the frequency adverbs. One of the most common frequency adverbs that can be moved around is sometimes, which means algunas veces. I'm gonna give you 3 sentences showing how this frequency adverb can be moved around, can be placed in 3 different positions. But I repeat, it's not possible with all of them. It's not possible to do this with all the frequency adverbs. So we have to respect the most natural position. These are the examples with sometimes. Sometimes I take a nap in the afternoon. Sometimes I take a nap in the afternoon. Here, the frequency adverb sometimes comes right at the beginning. In the second example, I sometimes take a nap in the afternoon. I sometimes take a nap in the afternoon. In this case, the frequency adverb comes in the most natural position, which is between the subject and the main verb. And in example number 3, I take a nap in the afternoon sometimes. I take a nap in the afternoon sometimes. In this case, the frequency adverb sometimes is pushed all the way towards the end of the sentence. Okay? So this is the explanation on how to use them. If I went too fast, you can always stop or pause the video and check again, so I don't have to repeat myself over and over. Next, I'm going to provide you with some examples. I'm going to give you 5 examples. Example number 1. I always speak in English in my advanced classes. I always speak in English in my advanced classes. Number 2. I usually teach in the evenings. I might not teach in the morning or on Sundays or whatever, but on the evenings I'm usually busy. I usually teach in the evenings. That means most of the time, 70-80% of the time. Always is 100% of the time. Number 3, I sometimes say words from other languages in my English classes. I have mentioned this before. Maybe it's not a very good habit, but I do it. And some of my students like it. I'm going to repeat example number 3. I sometimes say words from other languages in my English classes, such as acht, which means 8 and comes from German. And the other phrase I use a lot is s'il vous plaît, which comes from French and it means please. Some students don't like it, they get thrown off, they get a little confused by it, but the ones who already know me, they like it, they enjoy it, I think. Sentence number 4. I never eat while teaching. I never eat while teaching. I don't like to do anything else than teach when I'm teaching. I'm totally focused on my teaching. Like now I'm totally focused on making this video. And sentence number 5. That's it. I changed the order. Sentence number 5 is going to be, I rarely teach curse words in my classes. Curse words are groserías, malas palabras, curse words. I rarely teach curse words in my classes. I don't like to do that. Maybe advanced students, older students, when they can handle it, but I rarely do that. I don't like to do it. They can get that from somewhere else, but not from me. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I will see you on the next video. Bye now.